How safe are the Muslims of Los Angeles, of California? I'm Melton, son of a carpenter. Dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann. I'm the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables, and this is a corrupt, cowardly California cop parable because they've been going over the top. And yeah, as I say quite often, to cops of what I call the streets, the unseen business, just plain cops. You know, to get into my our street fiction, unseen business fiction at all. You tell some, you don't even have to go show up with the flashing lights. You tell them don't do that. Advice is taken. So that means they're either active participants or else it's all true about that Great Wall of Evil and my Chinese assholes. Hijacking your lifeline to try to call me and placing someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. And that part's true. You can check the news in case you haven't been watching. And now they got the buffoon Trump there waving the Russian flags. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me and call up California's crooked, cowardly California cops. To a man, to a woman. Put their numbers on the backs of pies. I'm going to tell you, retell you, and explain what the reasoning is, and a lot of folks don't understand what I mean by the Mormons up the streets, the unseen business, our fiction stuff will know exactly what I mean by it. Put their numbers on the backs of pies, put the non-emergency numbers there as well, you know, talk to the detective, this and that. What do you know about John Milton Brady? One and only man asking for Flight 93 checks for over 9 years and not getting one. If they don't know what a Flight 93 check is, you direct them to www.christcomplexlinks.blogspot.com and years of YouTube videos. Years and years of graphic art. Posted all over the internet. You've heard about it, me and your state. How can they not know what a Flight 93 check is? You get their reaction. If they can't admit and don't know what a Flight 93 check is, yeah, they're involved or they're incompetent. Let me get my sugar check in the mix before. Yeah, I'm growing a new pair of eyes, and apparently you need a lot of blood sugar. See that kind of whitish part there? Used to be all dark. Used to be all brown, light brown. Lighter brown since I got here to California a decade ago. But since 1996, the odds have been changing. All the vision so much better on the worst day when a lot of construction is going on. Vision so much better than the first 30 years of my life. It's unreal. And yes, that's blue-eyed DNA taking over brown-eyed DNA. Gotta go on with the whole body. That's why I'm in the wheelchair right now. Muscles in particular are very painful, but the muscles, the bones, the organs. Blue-eyed DNA has to replace brown-eyed DNA. And yeah, LAC, USC, Keck Medical, both them and the Adventist cult folks, as I speak fondly of. I've seen in my short time here in Eagle Rock, just a year, a lot of bad character from them. Very unhypocritic oath character. So ask both sets of those folks, how do you reach this man by phone in the medical community? When else would my phone not be allowed to work? Because of what you're taking part in. But this parable is set as I get the sugar check going. Oh, I had a 94. That low when right after they told me to start taking my blood sugar, and have had up over 500, and I feel the same way both times. Both said high, low. So I refer to the sugar check there as your lifeline. The reasoning for high sugar checks, well, if they're high, I won't design beautiful imagery that will Tell America with the big fives. Tell America how to check and post invite. So, yeah, the counts are high, so I don't do that. It's an electronic device. It is your family's lifeline. It could be family's lifeline right now and try to call me. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. Oh, and sometimes I will go up into very colorful imagery and all that, designed to get your attention, get you listening, get you to pick up your phone. And I always, since some folks don't see some of the stuff I see, or cops perhaps, or firemen, or whoever, depending on where you're at, you got a boring job or something, you don't see what I talk about. You find it very fanciful perhaps. Pick up your phone. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. There's no fixing there, just like there's no fixing with them placing someone there to say in the highest office in the world. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Hussein Saudis, Muslim reached out to the Muslim people of the world and then backed off of being Muslim, and they don't name them Hussein unless they're Muslim. It's a three-ring circus in Hollywood, Washington. Now they have the buffoon Russian guy Trump in there and waving that Russian flag. We want good leaders. We're going to have to put the spotlight on very real stuff we can all document. You can make a video of your hijack lifeline, the number, the timestamp on your phone. It doesn't match up with the Mountains call log videos. A lot of cops can get the ones I don't have, because I don't have the first phone from 2009, not 2009, 2007. Don't have that first phone, so I got a homeless when I got here because of censorship of my livelihood. And I had a throwaway phone for a while, for the first little over half a year. Then I got the Metro PCS phone in 2008, and they can get those records and see not one plate 93 check in 9 years of asking. Do that. And yes, as this parable states, you call up California state, cities, and counties, police, law enforcement kind of folks. Call them up and ask them, well, you know about this. They don't know what a Flight 93 check is. It means they're involved or they're incompetent. But this is about the Muslims of Los Angeles, right? And what happened 2 days ago? As I was having hatred noise, a thumping of bass. Not even any kind of singer music, just the thumping of bass up through the floorboards. Very powerful, or powerful enough with the bass there to shake the table. I've got my computer keyboard on, and I called up Vinaya. I'm guessing about the pronunciation. She's the new management here after Enrique Vergara, who got a promotion. You can call him up. Teague Terrace is where I live here, and I'm trying to think of the name. I'm not sure if I can. It's escaping me. But she's got a funny little thing right here, Indian kind of thing. There are a lot of Muslims in India, aren't they? There. And the maintenance guy here, he looks very different from time to time. A very low quality control as far as what he's supposed to look like. He's obviously Muslim. He's got the beard, the look, he taunted about the heat not working. Came in, told me it runs on hot water So go in and turn the hot water in the bathroom on, so the heat will work. I don't know what that was about. Maybe turn the hot water on, try to get some heat, and then I gotta. They say you're using up too much hot water. Who knows? But yeah, they finally got somebody in, and it's not the best heater. It takes hours to warm up. But yeah, it's at least working now. And I called up Vinea, the new manager, and said there's hatred noise. It's been quiet for a week or so. Called her up, told her that. She said, "Oh, I haven't." During the day, and it's loud for during the day. Normally during the day, it's just disturbing the peace. It was, yeah, even louder than usual, and she promptly, apparently, called up the guy in the apartment down below, and I call it the African American, the Muslim, the Mormon, the Israeli, because I see the walkways are very easy to look down. And you look one way, you see the L.A. Into the L.A., you see the nice view of Eagle Rock here. Then you look the other way and you see the apartment complex, and here you can look down. I've seen quite a few going in and out that represent all those types of people, so that's why I call it that. And she apparently called him up, and it was kind of raining. Slam that door. It's a memory device, what they did. Slamming the door, I mean slam. So every time I hear someone going out, and the door kind of automatically slams in a softer way, I'm supposed to think that it's terrorism. I'm supposed to think the Muslim guy who knocked on the door and was outside and looked more like the Muslim maintenance guy. I mean, literally pounding. As a counter, it's not going to make noise. I don't want to hurt my hand. But pounding loud enough to knock that damn thing down. It was not a good sturdy door. I look out through the keyhole, and he had taken about 6 foot steps back, 6 foot, because I'm looking through the keyhole. They got two. One's for folks in wheelchairs. This place is designed for wheelchairs. I look back, and I'm looking right at him. It's a staged event. If you don't want to call it that, fine. It's the Muslim maintenance guy out there. The guy down below does kind of have a similar build look, but he doesn't always have maybe a little scruffy stuff, but yeah, full out beard. He's got that going. And he's speaking in the style of the Vinea who I just called. I get one more, you crippled fuck. I get one more. Noise complaint out of you. I'm coming up here at 3 in the morning, going to beat on the door like that. Like a battering ram. And yeah, I called up and complained to the manager. What'd you tell him? Is he high? Is he psychotic? What's wrong with the guy that he's screaming and threatening in that nature? And she didn't do a thing. Called her up the next day and said, well, what do you want me to do? Call me up. Tell me, is he dangerous? Has he been subdued in some way? Is he taking his medication? Is he threatening other members of your community, as they refer to it? And she's a Middle Eastern looking, Indian thing there. She's that. She is being part of that. Once again, a whole lot of different looks with her, and one of them actually got the heater working. Now that it's warming up a little bit, you don't necessarily need it as much. But this is about explaining that to you, and why you've been seeing that in the hatred noise. And I'm not supposed to complain because I've been threatened. That is the reason for the corrupt, cowardly California cops. The parables you're seeing on my Instagram that you can reach through my Daffodilia blogs. I wonder if I can put it on my blogspot. You can reach through www.christcomplex2 www.wixsite.com/daffodilio. You've been seeing that, and this parable is about legitimate concerns, not just some guy, talking about this, and we can call it. We can't reach him, but we want to know what the cops know about that, what the mayor knows about that, what the governor knows about that. Oh yeah, let me get to it to kind of explain the parable. My fun fiction, but yeah, call up California's crooked cops for real. Ask them, what do you know about this? When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're actively taking part in there in California? And get their if they don't know what a Flight 93 check is, they're involved or they're incompetent. But James, a leader of one of the corrupt California cop entities here in Los Angeles, he has his a sergeant or something come in who's in charge of handling the phones, and he says they calling up. They want to know, are the Muslims of LA, Los Angeles, of California, are they dangerous? Because they can literally see their phone not working as they try to call me. Americans all across America. They can call up California's law enforcement, and they're obviously not doing anything. Maybe they're passing the buck to the feds. So they're asking because, it's making the rounds. The video of the Muslim guy with the beard, beating on the damn door and threatening a man in a wheelchair. A good thing we're not on the ocean. We have that Achilles Laurel thing, huh? And they're asking, as they're calling in larger numbers. The sergeant explains to James, and I'm sure to Warren and to Charlie or Charles, LA City and the state troopers. They want to know what they see a video of a man who's asking for Flight 93 checks. And they want to know, are they violent? Can we send our tourists out here? Are they planning something? Is that it? They're calling up and they're asking because they see, lots of vantage points out here. This is not the door side. Just as the same through the other side. There might be somebody walking on a walkway. I don't want to. They want to know. Well, why aren't you doing your job of law enforcement? If you want to pass the buck to the feds, damn, you love the camera out here. We see that every time you have a police shooting of an unarmed man. What do you know about the Muslims I was definitely Muslim. Angry and violent, pounding on that door. It's also both the Muslims and the Mormons, what I call our fictional streets, and this is all fictional streets right here, unseen business until you pick up that phone and you make a video of your hijacked lifeline, your family's hijacked lifeline, your friends hijacked lifeline. If you're a priest at church, those of your flock, their hijacked lifeline while they're there at church, not working, and you don't know when else that lifeline won't be allowed to work, and you call up California's law enforcement and you ask, are the Muslims dangerous? Because they're beating on this door now, not just hijacking. Yeah, we got attacked from the outside. Those angry, violent, deadly Husseins, and we got attacked from the inside. Was politically correct, and as you recall, the rich Mormon guy, Romney, was running in one of those sham elections. You can't reach me by phone to tell me who to vote for. You get that boring thing, phone ring, error message, business signal. You get that? and you're calling up countless other voters that you want to vote for this or that, or you're calling up to tell them to support something. You get that? That's our Gates' livelihood. They placed our Gates' democracy. Excuse me. They placed Hussein and they placed Trump. So make that video and post it. And all good soldiers, you protect America. That's part of it. Call up California's crooked, cowardly cops. You get it. Comes more coming from you. Comes better from other law enforcement agencies across America. Other fire stations. You can't reach me right now. All fire stations, all police stations. You have no idea how many in your neighborhood can't reach you at all. Because this is blatant censorship occurring in America over 9 years. Or can't reach you in a timely fashion, which is often the most common form of lifeline censorship. Make those calls and ask, what do you know about the Muslims of California? Are they dangerous? What needs to be done about them, in your opinion, as a police officer? Because they witnessed this thing going on here in Eagle Rock, all over LA City, all over LA County, all over the country for that matter. Make that video, post that video, come see Melton in person. Knock softly so I don't know. That I don't think that it's the angry Muslims, management, maintenance, and guy down below. So I don't, think it's them. Just knock and identify yourself as someone other than those hateful folks playing hatred noise and threatening me. And come see me in person. Have Whitwood travel. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Oh, cops of California, the good ones anyway. Maybe not the bad ones, but the good ones. Yeah, we hear worse from us pulling over somebody for speeding. As far as what Stone Cold John Melton says about us, he's harmless. He wears flowers on his chest. We don't. Those pounding on his door and looking very Muslim. Yeah, we don't know about them. So call them up, ask them, what do you know about my family's life? I'm not working as I try to call Melton. Get the officer name, call them at home, call them at work, my emergency numbers, and ask, what do you know about this? Get their reactions and post. Come see me in person. Knock softly. They're desperate as hell. The Great Wall of Evil is desperate as hell. Tear down that Great Wall of Evil. It has just me and all those 19,000 plus images I've designed. Not making money from, but designed over the years. You can find at these sites. Tear it down, and let's get started. Building a better world. Those 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and present greatness with. What the best mankind has to offer in those homes, cities, communities, really not just those places on Sunday. Tell me what you believe. Doesn't have to be what you hear in church. You gotta do it in person because of the religious censorship that has placed someone named Hussein and now someone named Trump waving the Russian flag in the highest office in the world. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil. Come talk to me in person. Be in this imagery. Be a part of building a better world. We the people must take America back. We can do that. Let's roll.